Here's how this works: application awareness and user control. When we're looking at users on the inside of our network, trying to get to the outside of our network, our application awareness here, what it can do is, let's say our engineer over here on the left needs to get resources on Facebook, Skype, and on Office 365. We say, yeah, the engineer is legit. He can do that. Skype and Office, maybe he needs those to do his job. Facebook, maybe we allow the employee some leisure time. But when he tries to go to Snapchat, LinkedIn, or Tumblr, which are a lot more personal, private things that you may do outside of work, or LinkedIn, if you're searching for a job, we may not want our engineer going out and looking for a higher paying job. We probably need his resources right here. So maybe we block access to those resources. Now, at a deeper level, we can even go like into Facebook. In a lot of these next-gen firewalls, we can actually go and restrict access within Facebook itself. So maybe we allow a user to browse Facebook, but we don't allow them to post anything, play any games, or anything of the sort, right? Maybe we just want our user to be able to like things on Facebook, but not post things. So I'm not quite sure what the advantage of that all is, but a lot of organizations will have very restrictive policies like that, and these devices do a great job of implementing that. Additionally, if we have another employee in our organization, maybe a scientist this time, we can give that scientist access to different things based on their needs. So maybe this user needs Facebook, Skype, and Microsoft Office, but in order for her to do her job, she also needs to connect with her peers, so having access to LinkedIn is mandatory. So we can create a policy then that allows this user to get to LinkedIn and other users to not get to LinkedIn. We can do this all through this one single device, which is relatively new in this industry. And then if we want to block our access to other resources, we can still do that. Application awareness works in two directions. What I had just been talking about was users on the inside trying to access resources on the outside. And we had a combination of user control plus application awareness, meaning that we can identify that you're going to Facebook and playing a game. In the other direction, application awareness means that we have a user out on the internet trying to get to our GlobalMantics web server to purchase our Star Wars memorabilia. Here, one of the things a user out on the internet can do is send a telnet message on port 80. And what this will do is trigger a three-way handshake and then let us send any commands we want, whether they're HTTP commands or non-HTTP commands. This is a very common test that network engineers would do continuously, or even any IT professional would do quite a bit. And with application awareness, what it does is it makes that not available, right? It only permits HTTP traffic on port 80, and it denies all non-HTTP traffic. So if we try to build a telnet connection on port 80, our application firewall is going to knock that down and say, no, 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 that is non-HTTP traffic, and I am not going to allow that through. If it's a web browser going to our GlobalMantics web server, that's no problem at all. We'll allow that through our next generation firewall without issue. So this is a big step forward in internet security, because a lot of our network attacks now are no longer happening by compromising TCP or trying to hack through a firewall. A lot of those resources we have pretty down pat. What we're doing here is we're actually allowing us to inspect what's happening inside of those packets and make sure that we don't have any nefarious activity coming in and out of our network, which is really where a majority of network attacks are happening today. They're happening on the servers, on the web servers that are hosting the material, and not necessarily being attacked on the firewall. They're being attacked through already open ports on the firewall. So here we get an opportunity to restrict that traffic considerably.